very good afternoon to you and welcome to Papalo News at 12. My name is Nanaba Anan. Coming up shortly in the headlines. Voting commences in Kumewu by-election. Ghana please assure robust security measures for Kumewu constituency by-election. PAC begins hearing of 2022 Auditor General's report in Takoradi. Ghana city rebounds. Black Sherif's debut concert in New York solidifies his supremacy as a taste of the year. Shatawale to apologize to Bulldog publicly as both agree to settlement terms in court. We go for a quick commercial break, and when we return, we bring you the news and details. Do stay. Welcome back. Now the news and details. Voters in the Kumewu constituency have commenced casting their ballots in the by-election to select a new member of parliament following the passing of certain MP Philip Baswa. Voting officially started at exactly 7 a.m. on Tuesday, May 23. In all, 34,000 voters are expected to cast their ballots, which will take place in 75 polling stations. The race for the parliamentary seat features notable contenders, including Kwesi Amankwa, popularly known as Tom C., representing the NDC, and Ernest Yao Enim, the candidate for the NPP. Additionally, two independent candidates named Kweku Jia are also vying for the seat. Meanwhile, the governing New Patriotic Party (NPP) and opposition National Democratic Congress have intensified their campaign efforts, striving to secure the highly contested parliamentary seats. Engaging actively with the constituents, both major political parties have introduced their respective candidates to the local chiefs and residents of the area seeking their support. John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, rallied party members in Kumewu, urging them to demonstrate unwavering support for their parliamentary candidate Kwesi Amankwa, commonly referred to as Tom C. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Balmi encouraged NPP supporters to turn out in large numbers and vote overwhelmingly for the NPP's parliamentary candidate for Kumewu, Ernest Yao Enim. Now to the next story. The Ghana Police Service has assured the public that comprehensive measures have been put in place to ensure peace and security during the upcoming Kumewu constituency by-election. The election has been scheduled for Tuesday, May 23, 2023. To guarantee a safe electoral process, the police have deployed a significant number of personnel to Kumewu and the surrounding communities within the constituency, a statement from the police said. In an effort to foster collaboration among all stakeholders and promote a peaceful atmosphere, the police also held a meeting on Monday morning with the contesting parties, including the New Patriotic Party (NPP), the National Democratic Congress (NDC), and one of the independent candidates. A statement also emphasized their dedication to ensuring the safety and security of the Kumewu constituency, urging the public to continue their daily activities without fear. Further to that, the statement called up the people of Kumewu to actively collaborate with the police to achieve a peaceful election and safeguard the well-being of all citizens. The Ghana Police Service seeks to reassure the electorate that they can also exercise their civic duty freely by casting their votes and encouraging full participation in the democratic process. As the Kumewu constituency prepares for this significant by-election, the authorities remain steadfast in their commitment to upholding the principles of democracy and fostering a secure environment for all stakeholders involved. Moving straight to the Auditor General's report, the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, PAC of Parliament, Dr. James Kluche Aveji, has urged public institutions to work in accordance with the public procurement laws and the Financial Management Act to avoid violating laws that can result in sanctions. He also charged institutions to provide auditors with the relevant documents and information for them to conduct the necessary verification before the hearing of the committee, saying, "Next time, we will only find out whether payments have been made or not, whether relevant documents have been provided." Mr. Kluche gave the advice during a public hearing in Takoradi to consider the Zone 4 2020 Auditor General's report for the Central and Western regions. The chairman explained that institutions were supposed to give the needed document to the auditors during the audit period, and if that was not done, they could provide the same within 30 days after the audit period, which he noted was enough time for anyone to provide the needed document. I beg your pardon. The committee will discuss the 2022 Auditor General's report on pre-university educational institutions, technical universities, district assemblies' internally generated funds, and the management and utilization of district assemblies' common fund for the financial year ended 31st December 2020. At all 14 metropolitan municipality district assemblies, MMDAs from the Western region who appeared before the committee cited in their report abandoned and delayed projects, unaccounted interest, payments without supporting documents, unrecovered overdue staff advances, tax irregularities, unjustified payment of contingency, and unbudgeted expenses on projects, among others. Apart from the second, the Takoradi Metropolitan Assembly Coordinating Director, Finance Officer and Revenue Superintendent, who were asked to refund an amount of 24,878 Ghana cedis out of 27,388 Ghana cedis, cited in a report as uncollected revenue from franchised public toilets in the secondary sub-metro area. The others MMDAs were able to defend their cases. When the two technical universities took their turn, the committee chair commended them for making surplus in their internally generated funds during the COVID-19 period and wanted to know the secret behind the feat. The Vice Chancellor of Takoradi Technical University, TTU, Reverend Professor John Frank Kishen, explained that at the time, the university intensified its student enrollment drive, which recorded high numbers of enrollment, and that fees were duly paid, hence the feat. The committee chairman urged auditors to ensure that TTU worked on its records management system by putting in the necessary controls. The committee would sit for 3 days for the Zone 4 hearing. Now to our financial news. Ghana's currency, the cedi, has become the world's top performer against the US dollar following the International Monetary Fund IMF's approval of a $3 billion bailout for the country. Since last November, the cedi has increased by 33%, recovering significant losses, and is expected to continue to strengthen against the dollar. Ghana's dollar bonds have also received a welcome boost, outperforming emerging and frontier currency peers with an almost 12% return compared to the 3.6 bailout average from the Bloomberg Index. The cedi strengthened from a fourth day on Bloomberg platform to 10.73 per dollar as at a press time on Friday, May 19, 2023. Bank of Ghana, as at the close of May 18, 2023, a $1 was trading at 10.82 Ghana cedis, and it was trading at Stanbic at $1 to 11.0 Ghana cedis. Also, Ghana's dollar bonds have delivered a strong performance, following or providing investors with a return of almost 12%, more than the 3.6% average for emerging the frontier peers in the Bloomberg Index. Now to our entertainment news. The reigning VGMA Artist of the Year Black Sherif has made his highly anticipated debut in New York City at the Palladium Times Square with an electrifying performance. The Palladium, with its impressive seating capacity of 2,100, was filled with enthusiastic fans who were treated to an unforgettable night. The atmosphere was charged with sensational music, creating an ambience brimming with excitement and energy. As the reigning VGMA Artist of the Year, expectations were high for Black Sherif's performance, and he did not disappoint. The crowd was in awe as he took the stage, delivering an energetic and captivating show that left everyone mesmerized. His unique blend of Afrobeat, highlife, and hip-hop had their audience grooving and singing along to every song. Hits like Money, First Sermon, Second Sermon, and Villain I Never Was resonated with the crowd who were fully immersed in the music. After the concert, the Konongo crooner took to social media to share his heartfelt gratitude to fans in the diaspora for the outpouring of love. His debut in New York City has also solidified his position as one of the most exciting and promising artists in the industry. It is quite evident that Black Sherif left the stage with a sense of accomplishment, knowing that he had touched the hearts of his fans and made a lasting impression on the New York City music scene. For those fortunate enough to witness Black Sherif's New York City debut, it was a night of pure magic. The energy, the music, and the love in the room created an experience that will be cherished for years to come. Now to a very last story. Shatta Wale and Bulldog have come to an understanding to resolve the defamation lawsuit filed against the dancehall artist by his former manager. Lawrence Isiama Hansen, also known in the music industry or entertainment industry as Bulldog, had sued the dancehall musician Shatta Wale over his claims that Bulldog had a hand in the murder of Fenwick Autry, Kwauke's manager. Shatta Wale made these allegations in a Facebook post on November 2, 2022. During one of the previous hearings of the case, an Accra High Court granted a request by lawyers for Shatta Wale to settle the case out of the court. After a month, Shatta Wale's attorneys returned to court and informed the judge that the parties had reached an initial agreement on the parameters of the settlement. He therefore prayed the court for a month adjournment for the parties to draft the terms of settlement, and the same fell to the court for its adoption as a consent judgment. The High Court in Accra, presided over by Justice Joseph Edward-Jemanu, adjourned the case after lawyers for Bulldog corroborated the information given to the court that the parties have reached settlement terms in principle. In a report by StarNews.com, one of the terms of the settlement is to include a public apology to Bulldog. And so that ends it all for News at 12. My name is Lanaba Anan. Do have a good afternoon.